Hey guys, we're going to look at Welcome Home by Dobbyn. Great acoustic piece to play. It's going to be a combination of the recorded version and the live version. The live version, he does, I guess, slightly different chords and stuff compared to the recorded one. And also, the recorded one's got a great intro on it. That one there. So I'll teach you how to play that, and then we'll look at the chords that he uses for the verse and the chorus and stuff. Okay, for the intro, what we're looking at is a little fingerstyle part. So I've got my first finger on the D string on the second fret. Oh, by the way, I got a capo here on the first fret. So my first finger will be, if I get close enough, second fret of the D string, and my ring finger is on the third fret of the bottom string. It's just those two there. And I'm picking through with my thumb, playing the D string, and my ring finger on my opposite hand playing the bottom third fret of the E string. And we're going those two together. Then I'm playing an open G, open B, and then back to that second fret on the D string again. So the intro part, while I'm holding those chords here, all right. And with this hand here, I'm picking that D there, and then this E here together, and then I'm playing the open G, and then the open B, and then back to that second fret again. Right, and after that, I'm just going to release this D string to be open D, and I'm going to put my finger down on the second fret of the E string, of the first E string, and I'm going to play those. Same fingerstyle pattern. So open D, second fret at the same time, open G, open B, and then the D again. So it's together. Okay, now I'm going to transfer that kind of shape that we did with at the start. I'm going to go upper string. So I'm going to now play the second fret on the A string and the third fret on the B. I'm going to play those two together, same fingers, thumb and my right hand sort of ring finger. And then the open D and the open G, then play that second fret on the A again. And then I'm just going to repeat that. So far we've got okay, from there I'm going to go to an A minor chord, or A minor 7 chord, alright, which is second fret on the D and first fret on the B. And I've got that open G string in the middle, you should be able to hear. And I'm going to play that pattern. This time I'm going to play the 0 A string here, and then the first fretted B string together. And then I'm going to play the second fret on the D, and then the open G, and then second fret on the D again. So and then I'm going to go to a G chord, with which I've only got the top E string, third fret, and I play the third fret, and I'm going to play this open B at the same time. So like that. So it goes 3 and 0, then an open D, open G, open D again. So alright. So that takes us chord here, which is a D over an F sharp bass. So I'm going to use my middle finger here to play the bass note, which is the second fret of the E string up the top, and then I've got my ring finger here on the second fret of the G string, and I'm going to use my little finger to play the 3rd fret on the B string. So I'm going to play those, the E string and the G string together, then the open D, then the G again, and then the E again, like that. So, and then I'm going to play the 3rd fret of the B string, then open D again, G again, and then the E again. So cool. And then I'm going to start the whole thing again from the start. Sorry. This time I'm going to end it differently. So instead of playing the last part, the D over F sharp, how we played it before, I'm going to do it the same, but I'm going to do a slightly different rhythm. It's going to go like that. So I'm going to play the E and the G together, then the open D, and then back to the G again, then 2 on the E, then 3 on the B, 2 on the E, 0 on the D, and then 2 on the G, like that. So like that. Okay, and this will be on the tab, so I'll put up a picture of the tab, and you'll be able to go from there. So this lesson really is in conjunction with the tabs. You need to be able to read the tabs for it. Cool. Right, takes us through to the verse. So we've got some nice chords in the verse, starting off with E minor, which is a 2nd fret on the A and 2nd fret on the D. Down, the strum's going to be down, down, up, down. That's how I play it anyway. And then a D chord over an F sharp. So a D chord with an F sharp bass in the top. And you can finger that like this if you need to, or use your thumb, which would be 2nd fret on the top E, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B, and then straight after that into a G chord. So and after I've done that G, we're going to go to A minor 7, which is 2nd fret on the D and 1st fret on the B. And then a G chord over a B bass. So G chord over a B bass. And when I play that, because I'm coming out of the A minor, I just put my middle finger up a string to 2nd fret on the A string, and my little finger to 3rd fret on the B, sorry. Right. And then straight after that, I slide up to a D chord that I've seen them use in a couple of live concerts. It's basically a C chord, but you slide it up to the 5th fret. And you got this nice open sounding D chord. It's also got a G note in there because you've got the open G. Alright, so that's cool. Second time we go through the progression again. Same thing. This time, the last chord, instead of being that D that I showed you before, I've seen him go back to just the D chord with an F sharp bass. Cool. In the recording you'll hear the 7th of D, like a D7 in that as well, but just for acoustic purposes, for strumming purposes, we'll leave it there. Alright, now going into the chorus. Just the C chord, and then G chord, so a D, back to a C, ends on the C chord, and that's the chorus, just C and G, D, C, and then C, G, D, C again. Alright. After you've done the chorus a few times, it just goes back to G and C and D. And this part here is, I saw him play it live, and he just goes G, C, slide it up, D, C. Okay, so it's just the G chord, a C, and then slide that C up again like we did before. Alright, and I've heard him do it with his little finger as well. Have his little finger on the 5th fret. So it's like. Right, cool. This takes us through to the bridge part. The bridge part, there's an E minor. It's an E minor, but I've seen him do it with an E minor and his finger on the 2nd fret of A, 3rd fret of the 1st E string down the bottom there, and then 3rd fret of the B string as well. So just an E minor 7. And then G chord. Back to E minor again, E minor 7. B7 chord, which is 2nd fret on the A string, 4th fret on the D string, because your finger's barred here, you're doing 2nd fret of the G again, and your little finger there on the 4th fret of the B. Should sound like that. And then after we've done that chord, back to E minor, and then we climb up through the chords that we've done before. So E minor, D over F sharp, G, A minor 7, G over a B, C, and then D. So that bit goes and then the last section of that part, back to E minor again, E minor, D over F sharp, G, A minor 7, G over B, and then D, and that's for that it kind of breaks down a bit and goes back to just the acoustic in the record. Yeah, and hopefully that's all the parts you need to know for Welcome Home. Good luck.